But you can make hundreds of dollars a day. I've seen artists do it. Make hundreds of dollars a day in the streets pushing their CD. And you know what? That's still kind of a thing. I was out in Hollywood a couple weeks ago and someone tried to push a CD to me for like $5. The thing about it is that we're in 2019. And in 2019, you know, we don't really listen to CDs as much. Like, CDs are still around, like they still exist, but you know, you could barely even buy a CD at Walmart anymore or Target. Like they're removing CDs from stores. Like CDs are dying, yo. And for if anything, they're more like a collector's item. And your fans, your true fans, will definitely buy a CD from you. The point is that nowadays it's all about pushing your Spotify link or your Apple Music link or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's all about pushing those links. And you know, the problem with those links is that you're basically selling samples. You know what I'm saying? You're selling samples of your music. That's the best way to think about it. Like, think about when you go to Costco and you're walking around Costco and they got the little dude and he has like the pizza, but it's cut up in squares, and he's like, yo, you can get this pizza, here you go, and you take it, you eat it, like, oh, that was lit, and you don't have to pay anything for it. That's kind of what you're doing when you're pushing your Spotify link, is that you're selling samples of your music, because one, the pay that you get is so minimal. You know what I'm saying? You're getting paid a fraction of a cent every time someone plays it. Two, that person is not investing into you, rather than just listening. They're taking a sample of your work. Now, ideally, what you want is someone to like listen to your music and then they're like, oh snap, that was dope, and then they like become a fan and they follow you. But even then, if you're trying to recoup some money from that dude, they like I don't even know. I don't have a royalty calculator in front of me, but let's say that you wanted to go and make $10 off of one person today via streams. You know what I'm saying? How many streams is that logically? It's like do the math in my head. It's like 5,000 streams. So you need 5,000 people to click play on your Spotify link in order to make the same amount of money that you would make pushing the CD face to face. It's kind of messed up, but that's the way it is. And so obviously the question is, well, how do I make money if I can't push my Spotify link? And also, you don't get that money for like 3 months. It won't be a while before you see that money. You know what I'm saying? That money is not going to hit your bank account for a minute. So you have to find new ways to get money. Merchandise, CDs, USB drives, tickets. These are all ways that people can make money and get the bag. I really believe that if an artist is smart enough and has the wherewithal and follow through, they can make a bunch of money just by having a core fan base and doing shows locally every once in a while. If you lock down a venue and you know the scene enough to where you can book a couple acts, you can survive off of doing a weekly or a monthly if you're smart about it. Doing an open mic once every 2 weeks down the street and charging $5 to get in, and just do it and paying for Facebook ads or whatever you need to do to get it out there, will probably give you more return than you pushing your Spotify link down people's throats. Also, it's a saturation point. I talk about this. This is probably like the 5th time I mentioned this in these videos, but every single day, 40,000 songs are on Spotify. The ease of access that we have nowadays is detrimental to your profits as an artist. So you have to find clever ways to get the bag. Now, obviously, if you're about it, and you have all your music legitly registered through, you have your ISRC codes, and you have it on BMI, and you have all your stuff lined up in terms of like your song. If you have Song Trust or you have your publishing companies, you can pull in massive bags through sync licensing. But the problem with sync licensing is that, it takes a while to process. That money is not going to hit your account directly. So, but you definitely should do it. Like, that is like one of the number one way that you can make substantial amounts of money if you have good music. Because, and just to refresh people, if you're over here I mean, I think about this a lot because Childish Gambino, that's my guy. If you follow me, Childish Gambino is basically my spirit animal. And my girlfriend got this new TV, and this new TV comes with this HGTV app, and she's just all about it. She watches HGTV all the time. It's dope. She likes it. But one thing that it's almost like a constant reminder to me is that the commercials in between the episodes or in between the breaks, it's always the same commercial because that's how these streaming apps work. And it's Childish Gambino, Me and Your Mama. And they play that stuff back to back to back. Like, I'll hear that song like at least like 15, 20 times a day because of the fact that it's on that commercial and they play that commercial over and over again. It's almost to the point where I almost am sick of the song, which sucks because it's one of my favorite Childish Gambino songs. But the point is that Childish Gambino is pulling massive bags from that song just from it being in that app. That's sync licensing in effect right there. And not only that, your music is being exposed to hundreds of thousands of people, maybe even millions of people. How many people have the HGTV app on their TVs? Probably a bunch, especially if my girl is doing it and she's basically like a good demographic. Like, yeah, and they know this. I'm saying this is all math and algorithms. They know. And she's a massive Childish Gambino fan. For all we know, they catered that ad for her. But the point is that getting your music onto commercials, TV, intros to podcasts, or even just getting it in podcasts in general. Like Gary Vee is actually a good guy about that because he'll give people shout outs on their music. Like he'll take your song and put it on his podcast, and he gets millions of views. And YouTube sync licensing is a thing. So if you have that song registered on YouTube sync licensing, then you will get paid from that Gary Vee video for having your song on there. And that's just a massive example. If you have a local home